Yo, what is going on YouTube? I am Germ here. This is my second time recording this intro because for whatever reason, my computer got updated or whatever, so I lost a lot of my slob settings, and I recorded the intro, and this part of it didn't have audio, but the Twitter part did, so I'm gonna have to record this intro, then cut it into the beginning. But in this video, we're talking about Miky. Obviously, there's been a ton of rumors surrounding G2, all their players, all the different rumors, all the different speculations, so many different rosters that G2 could end up with, so many different places that all their players could end up going, and I feel like Miky's flying under the radar a little bit, but there are actually a lot of stories coming out involving him. There are, some more rumors heating up about where Miky could end up, who G2's next support could be, if he's going to stay in Europe, if he's going to go to NA. That's what we're going to be talking about. So definitely drop a like if you guys do enjoy this video. I would appreciate it so much. Subscribe to stay up to date on all my latest content. We're on that road to 10,000, and consider checking out my Patreon, patreon.com/IamGerm. And now, real quick, we're going to jump over to Twitter. Here we go. We do have these tweets from Zers. He said in Justificado, which is obviously the guy who works at Esports Maniacos. They're very good. They do an awesome job. They're also a pretty reliable source. They get a lot of stories right. He said that G2 has offered Wonder to several teams, but they've all said no to back to G2, which I just think is funny. But that's not what we're talking about in this video. We're focusing on the latter part here that says Miky has had 3 teams interested in him. So obviously that is a very big deal. 3 teams being interested in Miky is not very surprising. Miky has been very good. When you look at, there's actually a lot of teams that have supports in place, but obviously Miky, even though he's not coming off the best year of his career in 2021, I don't think he was bad. I don't think he was the worst player on G2 by any means. I don't think it's fair to blame him for their downfall or whatever, but he wasn't clearly the best support in Europe when he had probably been that over the past couple of years, so I don't blame G2 trying to move on. And at the end of the day, G2 probably just needs some different looks. They probably just need some different players. Things aren't really working out. And obviously, Carlos would love to get some money for selling off some of these players. But yeah, teams are going to be interested in Miky. He's not the biggest personal brand, like getting Miky isn't like getting a Perks or a Reckless or even a Yankos, where necessarily a bunch of fans are instantly going to flock to your team and, it's going to help your socials and all this stuff. Miky is popular. People like him, and he'll definitely bring some fans to you, but he's not necessarily that like superstar level, but he does bring some very good gameplay. Obviously, he's a veteran. He's very experienced, MSI champion, world finalist, world semifinalist, all of that stuff. So, a bunch of teams are going to be interested in him, but Zers then followed this up by saying he has heard that MikyX has been drawing interest from 3 teams, and one of those is from North America. And people go on to say here that that North American team is Evil Geniuses, which I think is very interesting, because Evil Geniuses had a pretty damn good year this year, all things considered. And they're kind of on the cusp of being a very good North American team. Obviously, they weren't able to make it to Worlds, but the top of North America was actually pretty competitive this year. EG has Danny that's been starting to pop off, and honestly, Danny speaks really high of Ignar. It seems like they like playing together, and it seems like he's liked him a lot, and Ignar is fine. Ignar's been solid. It's not like Ignar needs to be necessarily replaced on EG, but obviously, Miky is a clear upgrade over Ignar in terms of everything, gameplay, leadership. There's some questions about Ignar's mental and his leadership capabilities, but also, Miky, I think, is just a more talented player, more popular player, helps your brand, helps your business, everything. So if you have a chance to get Miky to replace Ignar, obviously you do that, and you just hope that, Miky and Danny can figure it out. Also, we know Miky at times likes to play a crazy aggressive style, and I think that would fit really well with Danny as well. And then also having that veteran support there to help, Danny learn and grow. While Ignar has, he's had some success in his career, he's done some big things. His resume is nothing compared to Miky's, so I think it could be a very interesting kind of, thing going on there. But yeah, there have been rumors for a while that EG could potentially be looking to move on from Ignar as their support, obviously. So that would be kind of interesting. There's a bunch of different moves EG can do. There's rumors that they're looking at more mid laners. Obviously, there's rumors that they're going to be selling off both their junglers and be going with a new jungler. But that team of Miky, Impact, and Danny, that's all of a sudden a very interesting core. And I think Evil Geniuses could be a very scary team there. And then also there is, I believe, one more tweet from Zers that I wanted to take a look at. I actually can't remember where it was. Just a lot of this stuff where Zers here is saying Apple posted before G2 is looking to get Lebrov. It's likely that this could happen where G2 and Vitality maybe have a trade. That would be very, very interesting. If G2 sends Vitality Miky, Vitality sends Lebrov and some money back to G2, that could be a very, very interesting swap for both teams. If Lebrov is the guy that G2 wants, some people are very, very high on Lebrov out there. He's kind of a younger, less experienced, up-and-coming guy that G2 could take a chance on, and that could be very, very exciting. You pair him up with Carzzy or Reckless in the bot lane, all of a sudden you have a very, very interesting bot lane. And then obviously Vitality has some interesting pieces. They already have Selfmade. There's rumors that they're going to be able to re-sign Crownshot. Crownshot and Miky could all of a sudden be, one of the better bot lanes in the LEC, and it could be very, very good. Vitality's been looking to get their hands on these bigger name, more popular, better players for a while. So if each team is interested in these guys, a trade could definitely work out. A trade is definitely not off the table, and that's kind of interesting that we have some of those rumors coming out. We also have another tweet from Zers here that is talking about, according to Injustificado, that no player is safe in G2 except for Caps, which again is kind of just another source, another person, another story about how G2 is looking to make a lot of roster moves, which makes these Miky rumors all the more likely. We do also have a couple of more tweets about Miky. Applehead here says that he has heard possible destinations for Miky being Misfits, Vitality, BDS, and Evil Geniuses. Now, I think these all make a ton of sense. Again, we've already talked about Vitality a little bit. We've already talked about EG a little bit. BDS, they're looking to just get some players to build their new team around, their new roster around. I think any player with any kind of brand, big name, star power, whatever, even Miky, is a great option for BDS because they are going to need a reason for people to be a BDS fan, a reason for people to root for them, a reason for people to, follow their socials, watch their content, buy their merch, all of that stuff to care about this team. And if they come in their very first split with just a team of nobodies that nobody cares about, finish bot 3 in the league, that could be really, really bad for their, short-term and mid-term growth. Obviously, in the long term, it won't matter, but you want to start off hot. You only get one chance to make a first impression, and by landing a guy like Miky, you could attract some other free agents, but also you could just give fans a reason to care about your team, which I think is very, very important. And then obviously Misfits could be cool as well. Misfits as a team was just teetering on the border of, being good enough. They almost qualified for Worlds. They lost 3-2 to Rogue. They were right there. They had some very, very competitive series throughout the whole season. Video looks like a beast. Razork looks like a beast. Here, has been doing very, very good. And Kabe and Vander were very, very solid. But again, Miky is absolutely an upgrade over Vander. Who knows who they end up with the AD carry, but Misfits is a team that if that roster sticks together, they're just a couple of players away from, being able to qualify for Worlds, which would be a very, very exciting and very, very big step for them. So, this is just kind of all the latest updates on Miky. I wanted to get all of this out in one video just so you guys know what's going on. There's maybe 3, maybe 4 teams interested in Miky. As far as the options for G2, the only name I've heard so far is Lebrov, but we'll see what happens. There is kind of the dark horse candidate for Miky being TSM. If TSM does decide to get Reckless and Miky both, I think that is very, very unlikely because I don't really think TSM is going to be getting out of the Sword Art contract, but these are all the things swirling around right now. If I had to guess at the moment, I think Vitality is a very, very likely choice, and the second most likely choice I would probably say is Evil Geniuses. I know Carlos is going to be looking to get a lot of the players out of Europe if he can, because by selling them to NA, he can potentially get more money, but he can also not have to compete directly against his own players, which could be a very, very good thing. By making his team better and all the other teams in Europe weaker, that's something that's going to be, enticing for Carlos, obviously. But that is pretty much it for this video today, guys. Definitely drop a like if you did enjoy it. I would appreciate it so, so much. Leave a comment down below. Where do you think Miky is going to end up in 2022? I would love to hear your guys' thoughts and opinions. Subscribe to stay up to date on all my latest content. Hopefully I catch you guys in the next one. But until then, peace.